My name is Franτσέσκος Λεμονῆς, and I am a potter. I am 14 years old, and I come from Greece, a country on the Mediterranean Sea. I live with my mother on the small island of Sīfnο, in the town of Πλατύ Γιαλό. Our island has a strong tradition of pottery that dates back 3,000 years. The goal of my life is to become a master potter, like my father was, and to make beautiful pots and jugs for the people on my island. Since my father died, my two uncles, who are both master potters, have been teaching me. My uncle Franτσέσκος is 73 years old. At first, my hands would not do anything that I wanted them to. But as my fingers get stronger and more sure, the clay begins to take the shape that my mind sees. My uncle says that when I am a true master, my fingers will follow my heart. Uncle Franτσέσκος still makes our famous Σίφνο cooking pots on the four wheel, in the style that his father taught him. My other uncle, Simeon, also teaches me, but he has been sick this year. He is widely known for his work, and even won a gold medal for this chimney pot, for the best design in all of Greece. Along the beach, there are ruins of old potters' workshops. My uncle says there used to be about 60 potters on the island. Now, there are 18, 19 counting me, and I'm the youngest. My uncle says that by looking at the thickness and design of this pot, he can tell it was made about 70 years ago, when he was a child. In ancient Greece, though, potters made much more difficult designs. Some of the pots were just for decoration, but many were used to carry goods, like olive oil, to places like Italy and Africa. On Sīfnos today, we still grow olives and make a lot of oil. and we still make wine the way it's been made here for thousands of years. Our island has less than 3,000 people, but we have more than 300 churches, and each church has its own festival. This week, we're celebrating the patron saint's day of the church just above our town.
Αυτόν ότι λέγει ότι όπου εγώ υπάγω ημί σου δίναστε ελθύν. Και είπεν αυτής, ημείς εκ των κάτω εστέ, εγώ εκ των άνω ημί.
During the service, I noticed there were no clay candlesticks in the church. Even though Uncle Francesco says our tradition in clay is history's gift to us. Perhaps if I could make a pair of candlesticks, they would be my gift to this little church. I've never made candlesticks before, but I've seen my uncle do it. He tells me not to make the walls too thin, or they might break when we put candles in them. Uncle Francesco likes my candlestick. He says it's simple but beautiful.
φωτογραφίες του φωτογράφου.
That's my Uncle Simeon with a cane.
Βάλαμε τη φωτογραφία.
Να ταυτοποιηθούμε. Έλα εσύ Φραντσέσκο στη μέση. Μπράβο. Εσείς εκεί. Έχουμε τίποτα να βάλουμε δίπλα εδώ. Κάνα κεραμική.
Καλά είναι.
Φτιάξτε λιγάκι τα μαλλιά.
Όχι μπροστά, από πίσω θα τα φτιάξετε. Έλα πριν ναι.
Φτιάξε λίγο τα
Έτσι από
μαλλιά.
εκεί φτιάξτε τα μαλλιά σου. Φτιάξτε του λιγάκι τα μαλλιά.
Όχι μπροστά, από πίσω θα τα φτιάξετε. Έλα πριν ναι.
Βάλτε εσείς το χέρι σας πάνω από τον Φραντσέσκο.
Εγώ.
Ναι, εσείς έτσι.
Έλα, καλά είναι.
Πολύ ωραία φαίνεστε. Ωραία. Έλα. Ναι, εσείς έτσι. Έτσι, ωραία. Έλα. Φτιάξτε του λιγάκι τα μαλλιά.
Όχι μπροστά.
Πολύ καλά, μπράβο.
Ναι.
Βάλτε εσείς το χέρι σας πάνω από τον Φραντσέσκο.
Εγώ.
Ναι, εσείς έτσι.
Έλα, καλά είναι.
Βάλτε εσείς το χέρι σας.
Όχι μπροστά, από πίσω θα τα φτιάξετε. Έλα πριν ναι.
Έλα τώρα χαζά.
Αυτό το χώμα είναι το γολιό.
Όχι, αυτό δεν είναι κάτι.
For me to be a good potter,
Όχι.
it is important that I know good
Αυτό
clay.
είναι το καλό.
Clay that breaks too easily will not make strong pots.
Αυτό δεν βγάζει υλικό.
After the clay is powdered, we combine it with other wet clays to make the mixture we work with. Then the clay is worked out so that it is not too wet, not too dry, and very smooth, like good bread. Today, I have to make small milk jugs for my uncle's shop. The walls must be smooth and even. If there are any bumps or thin spots, the jugs will warp or break when they are baked in the kiln. My uncle says we should have enough pots to fill the kiln in about a week, and I can fire my candlesticks then, if they're both ready.
Δεν μπεις στα ψάρια με τον Κώστα.
My mother loves to show off my work to everybody who comes to our house.
Αυτό είναι στο πρώτο.
This is the first little pot I ever made. It's a piggy bank.
14 χρονών. Και αυτό είναι, βάζουν πάνω λάμπα. Γράφει Σίφνος.
She says the things that I give her are lovely and useful.
Σ' αρέσει?
φωτογραφία να την έχετε έτοιμη.
Βέβαια, και τι φωτογραφία. Ωραίο πράγμα. Το έχω έτοιμο για σένα εδώ. Ορίστε.
Έφερα τη φωτογραφία.
Για να δω.
Να δούμε, είναι ωραία.
There was no photographer on our island until 2 years ago.
Μπράβο, τι ωραία που είναι.
This is the first picture of our family, and it is just what my mother was wanting. I think seeing it makes her feel that the tradition of pottery will carry on in our family with me, even when my uncle stopped working at the wheel.
Εγώ δεν είμαι εδώ σε αυτή, σε ποια είμαι εγώ.
My cousin, Yanaki, is thinking about becoming a potter too. But he's only 10 and is not yet serious enough. Finally, our week of waiting is up, and we can load the kiln. When my candlesticks are in the intense heat of the kiln, they will shrink. But I don't think they will break. It takes over 6 hours to bring the kiln to its full heat, and the pots then bake for 6 more hours. It will be 2 days before the kiln is cool enough to take our pots out. While the kiln is cooling, Uncle Franτσέσκος wants me to visit a potter who lives on the other side of the island. Many of the potters here knew my father and are glad to show me their own special techniques.
Τι το κάνεις τώρα αυτό?
Αυτό θα γίνει, είπαμε, κανάλι του νερού. Αλλά ακόμα έχει δουλειά για να γίνει. Μετά θα του κάνουμε τη γαρνιτούρα και τελειώνει. την πεντεκούδα να του δώσω μερικό σήμα.
Well, they're fine. They've come out just the way I was hoping they would. Now I know our church will have clay candlesticks.